This is Andy from, it is Andy, isn't it?
It is.
From AK Leisure, who's doing my solar panels at the moment. And amazingly we have a lovely sunny day, unlike last Saturday where it's actually snowing. And so these solar panels are going to give me the freedom and independence I need to be able to park anywhere. So once he's finished up there, I'll have a look at the inside. So here I am on top of the roof. This is the panels. Next to my vent. Yeah, they fit in nicely there, don't they?
They do. You couldn't have got a bigger one in the back, you see.
No.
That is literally as big as you could go. You could have got a slightly bigger one in the middle.
Yeah, because you got that bathroom vent in the way.
Tight to get in the middle as well.
Yeah. That's really nice.
Yes, when it's plugged into mains.
Yeah.
I'll plug it into mains, that'll be easy.
Here's the control panel, and Andy has shown me how it all works, so I understand it all. We've just put the cushions back on, but basically the battery is underneath that box. And now under this table, I have a very convenient power socket, which is where my computer is going to be plugged in. And this power socket will also run off the inverter.
When you're plugged into mains,
Yeah.
you'll have that come up. On the inverter, you won't get that. You only get two.
Right.
It's because that will say there's no earth. It's because the inverter's earth back through the negative. So they don't have an earth hardwired into these as such, but that is how they're all designed. There's no harm for it, and that is just how they work.
So one of my other questions was, do you mind me filming you?
No?
You can say hello.
Hi.
If I'm on electric hookup, if I do plug in,
Yeah.
will that charge the batteries?
Yes. It won't charge this one, but it'll charge that one.
Ah, so it won't charge that one.
This one is a totally separate system.
Right.
This, the new battery you've got in, solely charges from the solar panel.
Right.
You shouldn't ever need to charge it, to be honest.
But then if I was on electric hookup, I can still use these two sockets as normal, yes?
As it is now, this is on electric hookup. So that one's live, that one's live. Your heater, has that got...
It's a fan heater with an electric... I've got a control panel around the side, and you can change
yeah,
whether it's electric. I think that's an immersion heater, that one.
That might be the immersion, or it could be for this.
Oh, I'm not sure.
What have you got in here?
I know there's a plug in there, which...
You've got two switches in
Yeah,
here.
one of them controls the main electrics, because I remember when I went to France I had this problem where none of the electrical sockets were working even though we were on EHU, and it's one of those switches.
One of these?
Yeah, one of those had come off. We had knocked it with a bag. Yeah.
I have no idea what this wiring is. I would recommend you get it all checked though. And the only reason I say it is that one turns them all off. That one is turning off the...
Oh. That's
looks like it's
interesting.
turning off a negative.
Yeah, I just keep them both switched on and that seems to work.
Yeah, it is. That's turning off a negative.
So what does that mean?
Well, it's turning off half the circuit.
Okay.
I'd leave those alone.
Battery 1 on the left is the battery underneath my bed box, which is the one that powers the electrical socket. So this is where I'm going to plug things in. My computer, my monitor, hair straighteners, vacuum cleaner, any chargers like phone charger, etc. Battery 2 is the one which came with the motorhome, which sits underneath the driver's seat, and that powers all of the the internal electrics. So all of my lights, what's it called, the little starter in the kitchen, not pilot light, I can't think. I'm not feeling very well at the moment, so I'm still a bit groggy. But looking at this, you know, the number 1, there's not much happening, and number 2, there's more happening. And what that means is that battery 1 is charged up. See where it stops moving there? That means it's charged pretty much up to full. And battery 2 is being charged more because it needs a bit more power. So battery 2, personally, I think it's a bit of a rubbish battery because I think it's been misused by previous owners. So I think that's always going to be drawing more until I start using it. So for now, I'm going to leave it. It's a really sunny day, so I'm just going to leave it charging. I'm going to go and have some lunch, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to have a play with it later and see what it's like, sort of sitting here in the evening with the lights on, computer on, and so forth, and see, you know, how well it works. But so far, you know, it looks good, and I'm very hopeful that this is really going to give me some freedom, independence on the road. This is underneath my couch. The big yellow box contains the battery. This blue thing is the inverter. I just went with 1,000 watt rather than 15. Saved me quite a lot of money, almost £200 less. And then you've got a plug out of the back of the inverter, and that goes into these 2 plugs, which goes into the plug socket. One little job I'm going to have to do is he's folded back the carpet, so I'm just going to have to cut that back down to size, and then I've got to restock it. I don't know if I can bring this back up far enough. This is the whole thing, so I've got to put back all the stuff I had to take out, and of course I've lost quite a lot of space in this corner. He said I can't put anything on top of the inverter, it needs some airflow around it. So I've lost some space there, so we'll see if I can manage to get everything back on or not. So I've cut my carpet down now, and what I decided to do is, rather than waste it, if I go inside the box, I'm going to use those bits of carpet to line these 2 sides where the door is not there. Because what I noticed last week was that a lot of cold air was coming from there. So I've just cut down those little pieces of carpet. This is Gorilla Tape. It's incredibly sticky. So that should stick it to the side. And it's just a bit of makeshift insulation, really. You know, it's free, so why not? There you go. That was easy. So that's one side. That one fits quite well. The other side is a bit smaller, so it's just a little patch. But, you know, it's better than nothing. Saves me throwing away the carpet. So there you go. Little job done there. It's done. Everything's in. A little bit differently to before. But yeah, and I've got my dumbbells right at the front, which is by the door. I've tried to position things so that the things I need to access most quickly and easily are right here, which is where the door is. The door is down there, because usually I'm not going to want to have to lift up the whole, you know, the whole couch and cushions and do all of this. This was just for stocking. So yeah, job done. It's all gone back. I've put a couple of things over here. I've tracked that fan on top of the inverter because that's very airy, so that's not going to block the air. And the fan is something I'm just never going to use. It's never going to be that warm, is it? Or maybe in the summer, but certainly not for now. So there we go.